Aimee, outstanding work. Outstanding. Hardest part was thinking how to use my master image in my web banner. Of course, yeah, that just is all a matter of planning. I end up having to crop the face of the. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. And the neat thing is, Aimee, is this all points to good learning because right now you're saying things, you're making comments that kind of point to learning. So if you were to start this project from scratch right now, today, your approach would be considerably different, knowing now what you didn't know then when you first started the campaign, right? So again, that points to learning. So I was really, really pleased to read your writing here. Let's go ahead and take a look. Well, we're going to look at the, let's do this. I don't have to pull up the banner ad, but I do want to take a look at the magazine ad in a separate window so that we can kind of get the whole thing. It's excellent. It's really good. Now, a couple of recommendations here. Right now, I think this text here is a little bit too low in the composition. And I think the headline is a little high, and I think the subhead is a little bit far away from the headline. So let's do this. Take the headline, move it down to right about here, okay? Then just take this whole configuration, move it down, and then once you move it down so the headline starts right about here, take relax and move it a little closer to the escape the headline type. So reduce the space between headline and subhead, and then remove that, and then move that whole configuration down in the composition. Then take this whole thing and move it up a little bit. Right now it's a little bit ambiguous as it's tucked right in the horizon there. I think that creates a little bit of uncomfortable visual tension, although it is kind of interesting that the viewer is looking right at the type. I think that's not going to be affected at all if we just move that up just a little bit. Then at the bottom, I would separate these. I would take this contact information and move it over here and then just leave the lower right-hand corner designated for the logo. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the banner. Okay, Michael, what did you do with the banner? Let me see here. Oh, we were going to look at the banner right in your body copy because you posted the GIF, so it works, right? And again, I think it's excellent. I really do. I think it's outstanding that you're a little bit close to your margins here. So let's get a little room here between the top margin and then the type rests right on the top margin. Let's move that down a little bit. The type might be a little bit large for the banner too. You might consider reducing the size of the headline, subhead, and the body. Well, the body copy is okay, but reduce the size of that and establish some good padding for your margins. And see how that E is right, it's actually off the page. So you want to preserve some good margins. Okay, so after you do that, my only other recommendation again is to take that logo and move it right here to the lower right-hand corner. And then you can even come over here, right down here. You don't have to include the whole contact information. You can just say something like located in beautiful U.S. Virgin Islands or something like that. I think most web viewers know that if you click the banner, you're going to go to the site where all pertinent information is available. So we don't really need to include the entire contact information in there. The banner ad. But as we take a look at the two, I mean, we can clearly see the adaptation is outstanding. So I think you're really doing a nice job here. Really excellent. So at this point, let's go ahead and make those changes. I'd like to see those changes reflected in your final submission that is due during week 7. So that's coming up quickly. Keep that in mind. And if you want to make these changes and run this by me before your final submission, kind of like a final checkpoint, I'm perfectly fine with that. I'll be glad to make any additional comments therein. Okay? Outstanding work. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, clarifications, any of the above, please let me know. Thanks, Aimee.